Hey y'all, what's good? It's Remembrance the Oracle, and I'm back to do another reading for you guys. I hope that y'all are doing well today. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into a read and see what's popping off. I know some of y'all from TikTok is probably like, girl, where the hell you been? Where the hell have you been at? Listen, your girl has been busy, okay? I've been over here trying to get my life in order with my spring cleaning, y'all. I got clothes all over the place in this dining room, okay, child? Between that, my clients, my personal life, I've been hanging out with my friends and shit, and catching up with some people that I haven't seen in a while either, so I'm trying to give everybody a piece of me, honey, okay? Sometimes I'm spread thin, okay? But let's see. I at least wanted to get a reading out for y'all because I'm actually supposed to be meeting up with one of my friends to go to the lake soon as well, too. It's such a beautiful day here. 80 degrees. The sun is fucking shining. Okay, I'm probably going to take the top off of the Jeep and just let the sun hit my skin, okay? But let's do 2 more shuffles here and see what Spirit has for Divine Collective. But I hope that you guys are doing well, okay? Let's see here. Spirit, what do we have for Divine Collective? What do we have for Divine Collective? What is this clapping? So I have friendship coming out here, okay? Friendship. There could be something going on here with the friendship, obviously. I don't know if you're suspicious of a friend in particular. I don't know if this has something to do with maybe rumors. Maybe you feeling like this friend doesn't have your back necessarily. I don't know why I'm hearing foul behavior. Foul behavior? I don't know if this was a friend sleeping with your man or your woman or some sort of shit like that. Something feels maybe like it's a betrayal or something. What else here, Spirit? Look at this. I have purpose coming out here. So some of y'all, you have a friend that could be feeling some type of way because you're in purpose. So is this really your fucking friend or is this somebody who's cosplaying? Like, what is it? Like, because why are you upset that your friend is in purpose? Maybe there could even be something going on here where you feel like someone is doing something to you on purpose. Okay? Maybe you feel like this person knows the ways in which they maybe have hurt you or betrayed you or something like that. Maybe you could have even spoken to a friend about something here and you feel like we've already had a discussion about this. So at this point, I just kind of feel like you doing it on purpose or you're doing it to intentionally like get under my skin or some sort of vibe like that. What else here, Spirit? So I have change coming out here. Change. I also have denial coming out here. Spirit said take them all. And then I also have honesty and success. So somebody here, a friend of yours thinks that you're changing, okay? And I just kind of feel like maybe some of y'all, you are changing, but it feels like to me you're changing for the better. Or maybe there's certain things that you don't necessarily tolerate or put up with anymore. Or there's things that you don't associate yourself with anymore, seeing as how you are in purpose. Again, maybe these are behaviors or habits that you've given up that some of your friends still like to enjoy. And maybe you feel like I can't do that anymore. I can't participate in that. Or maybe for some of y'all, these could even be things that you're just sacrificing for the time being because you know you're trying to get somewhere. You're trying to do something here, okay? So I kind of feel like maybe when it comes to this denial card here, to be quite honest with you, it almost feels like to me, whoever these friends are, I feel like they are in denial of your actual success here. Or something like that, or in denial that you're not going to do something successfully. And that's the honest to God truth, what his honesty is giving me here. So it kind of almost feels like to me, whoever these friends are, they're not being very honest with you. Or I kind of feel like they might act a certain way around you, but really be thinking something else. If this is like a group setting or something like that, I do kind of feel like let's say it's 3 of y'all, 4 of y'all, 5 of y'all, or some sort of shit like that. You could be closer in particular with one person, but it does kind of feel like to me, like this could be multiple people who kind of like have something to say about you behind your back here, possibly. Okay? Honestly, I just kind of feel like your success is, it's making them feel some type of fucking way. The fact that you're focused is making somebody feel some type of way. And that sounds like a personal problem. Like, the fuck? What is this? Yeah, I got discipline coming out here. So discipline is coming out up underneath purpose. Okay. And then for some of you guys too, whether this is a friend, a lover, a family member, of course, flip it, rub it up, and smack it, draw two. But I feel like in some sort of way here, as I was just saying, you are having discipline, right? Again, you're disciplined, you're sacrificing things, right? I feel like in certain ways you're trying to stay motivated, but we know motivation comes and goes. So I do kind of feel like I'm hearing about a routine or a schedule that you have that has been working for you. It's been working, like, and I feel like this is something that you've even had the chance to kind of like think about, because there's a lot of purple here. So your crown chakra could be sticking out here, as well as your sacral. There's a lot of purple and orange here. We also have one yellow, your solar plexus chakra, coming out as well too. Okay, so those could be some chakra centers that you have intentionally been working on, or that you're noticing a shift with. Okay, there could also be something going on here as well too, if this is a lover for you, with the sacral chakra, because we know the sacral chakra also represents sexual energy as well too. So I don't know if there's something that's maybe going on in the bedroom, or maybe you haven't been having sex a lot lately. And it seems like to me, you may not necessarily, like, not that you're not trying to have sex with this person, it's the sort of vibe that I'm getting, but maybe you just haven't had as much time for someone lately, so they kind of feel like you're switching up on them, or you're denying them of something. But I also feel like this is a season in your life where you kind of need somebody who's going to be understanding of, you know, what you have going on. And it's like, if they support you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my friend just texted me. Sorry, y'all. So I just feel like where people are kind of being asked to step up to the plate, I feel like, to support you in ways where maybe they're not familiar with. And hell, I feel like you're not even familiar with it, right? You're the one who's also had to make some sort of changes here to make something come into fruition. So I feel like while you're making these successful changes, you can probably feel the static or the friction in some of these connections as well too. What else, Spirit? Look at this. I got envy coming out. Child. Yeah, so some of these people, they jealous as hell, child. They're giving you the evil eye. But that's because they too busy comparing themselves instead of putting in, I feel like, whatever work it is that they should be putting in. And I do kind of feel like, I almost wanted to say rumors, maybe not necessarily rumors, but like, I do. I just feel like people are talking shit about you, to be quite honest with you. And I do kind of feel like there is this energy as well too of like, although these people have heard you mention things that you want to do with your life, it almost kind of gives me the vibe of like they didn't think you would ever step up to the plate. It's the sort of vibes that it's giving me. And there could be a friend here in particular as well too, who could be considered to be like, you know, the leader of the group, or the more popular one, or whatever the fuck it is that you want to call it. And I kind of feel like maybe them seeing you step the fuck up is also intimidating to whoever this person is. So awkward. Yeah, look at this. You're growing. Somebody is, you're growing. And Spirit just said at an exponential rate. So something like, you could be speeding up your timeline here, I feel like, because you are so focused. Look at this. I have courage coming out here as well too. And because you believe in yourself, it says on here, I find the strength to face fear with confidence. So maybe for some of you guys, the reasons why you may have felt like you weren't progressing the way that you wanted to is because you just straight up didn't believe in yourself. You didn't believe that you could do it. And this, of course, could be, right, your parents, your environment, the things that you were told, the projections that were placed upon you. Okay? And I want to say lifestyle too. That's what I'm hearing. Well, like, I feel like there was something going on here in your lifestyle that was also preventing you from stepping up to the fucking plate. This could have been a series of no's, right, that discouraged you. This could be you getting in your own way, right? Having negative self-talk as well too. Okay? But I feel like now that you're in this space where you're actually on top of your game, the last thing you need is some hating ass fucking friends. Or family members, or lovers, or whatever. Friend turned lover, or whatever the fuck is going on here. What is this? Look at this. I got peace coming out here. Peace. Pull my pants up. So I have peace coming out here, okay? So I feel like you are. I feel like where life used to feel super chaotic for you, you're at this place now where it's just kind of like, why am I hearing Londrell? I've been hearing him a lot lately. But he has a song called Peace and Love. And he says, all my days filled with peace, peace and love. I just want to live in peace, peace and love. Inhale and then I breathe, peace and love. I got to find peace of mind. So somebody here, like, I feel like you've been so focused on like your energy and what's going on around you and trying to keep things copacetic, bitch. And I feel like there's some people around who they just want to start drama. They thrive off of drama. They live in drama. So there's almost this situation I feel like that's going on where it's kind of like, let me bring down this person's energy. Or you know what? It's giving humble. Thank you, Spirit. These motherfuckers want to humble you. Bitch, you can't humble anybody. Only thing you need to be worried about being humble with is when it comes to God, okay? When it comes to the divine, to source, to the universe, to whoever it is that you want to fucking call it. But ain't nobody got to be fucking humble for nobody. Bitch, the hell? What's on the bottom here? I have communicate clearly coming out. I also have reconsider, and I have perfect timing. So the vibes is this is your fucking time. Why am I hearing why now? Why now? Somebody here, a friend, whoever the fuck, wants to know why now? Because it's divine timing. This is God's timing. That's why. And I kind of feel like somebody, you may need to maybe speak up or voice yourself if you haven't already, to let a motherfucker know like what time it is. Like, and these motherfuckers might be on the chopping block as well too. If you have already spoken to them, like, you know what, y'all just not operating as friends right now. And it kind of feels like to me, there could even be something going on here where maybe you might be feeling the energy of like, well, Marissa, this already passed for me. If this did pass and I'm describing your situation from a couple months ago or a week ago or 2 weeks ago, this friend is almost giving me the vibe, but they want you to reconsider them. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Can I come back in your life? That was wrong of me. Blase, blase, blue. Yeah, somebody wants to come back and create balance because now you're ready. And you've improved yourself or your health here. So now they want you to come back and compromise with them. This could also be somebody that you were romantic with. Yep, look at that. They want fucking forgiveness coming out here. Because instead of fucking dogging you, these people should have been helping you. Okay? So those are the fucking vibes, bro. Those are the fucking vibes. And I mean, you have the right to do whatever it is that you want to do. But I just kind of feel like ain't no way in hell you about to be a hater this fucking heavy and think you coming back into my motherfucking life again. This y'all fucking read, okay? But I'm just saying, you okay, Pooh? What you down there whining for? He over here talking about some. So them bitches is whining. They're whining. I just see 1, 2, 3 on the clock. They whining because you're making steps. Hello. Don't be mad at Divine Collective. I feel like somebody's realizing that they missing out on something. They missing out on an opportunity. And doesn't that like make you question though, like now somebody doing good, you want to come back around? Is it because you want to ride my coattail? Is it because you want to enjoy the pleasantries that's about to come with a bitch because I'm leveling the fuck up on y'all hoes? Like, that's what the fuck is giving. That's what it's giving, Divine Collective. Watch these bitches. Okay? My phone just lit up, 11:24. Okay? Spirit, what is friendship? What is friendship? On my phone about to answer. What is friendship? What is friendship? What is friendship? So I have self-love coming out here. So your friends mad at you because you learn how to love yourself? People are really weird, bro. They are. Like, obviously, this isn't all of your friends, but this is somebody in fucking particular here. Okay? And I feel like when we learn how to love ourselves, right, and we start taking accountability for our own selves, what's in our environment, who's in our energy, I kind of feel like some people end up realizing that the role that they've played in your life is the reason why they're on the chopping block. I kind of feel like at one point in time, you and these friends, like, y'all was like this, right? At some point with all the friends, you were always like this. But I don't know, it was somewhere between you learning who it is that you are and what it is that you're willing to accept and not accept, where you and these people started to bump heads. Even here, 5 and 9 on this card. 5, the number of chaos. 9, the number of endings here. So, it's just sort of giving me the vibe here. The minute that you stop something, or you started to wrap something up. Why am I hearing about tying up loose ends? That's when chaos ensued. And you know what? For some of you guys, it feels like to me insecurities when it comes to your other friends. It kind of feels like codependency as well too. Like maybe these people kind of feel like, well, you got to be around and we got to stay linked like this. And what would I do without you? And it feels a little codependent. I'm not going to hold you. So I feel like somebody's feeling some type of way because you have finally chosen yourself. And maybe you too have been the type of person who you do put others' needs before your own. And again, right, you need a balance when it comes to that shit, right? You don't just want to be like narcissistic as hell and just be about you. But I also kind of feel like to a certain degree that maybe your friendships also got in the way when it came to your purpose and focusing on yourself, right? Because I feel like sometimes what people will do is they'll be so focused about everything else that's going on. So it keeps them away from who they are. Or that can always be like your excuse or your crutch, right? Like, well, I've been so focused on everybody else that I haven't had time for me. But whose fault is that? That's your own. So I kind of feel like you have gotten to a point now where you just know you can't point fingers anymore, right? Everything essentially ends up coming back to ourselves. So I feel like the level of accountability that you're taking in your life is frustrating some people. Spirit, what is purpose? What is purpose? And maybe for some of y'all, you realizing you need to be more of a friend to yourself, right? Even when it comes to self-love. Like, I need to be a friend to me too, you know? Spirit, what's purpose? What is this clapping at me? So I have endings coming out here. Endings when it comes to your purpose. It says road closed here. I don't know if someone as well too has done some form of a road opener here, okay? But I kind of feel like, again, coming out to your purpose next to endings, maybe some of these friendships are on the road to ending. Or like I said, a friendship has already ended. And I kind of feel like I was saying before, you had to sacrifice some shit, right? Change is in the same horizontal road. I've had to sacrifice. I've had to give up certain things so that I can become my best self or my best version, right? It's like, I feel like I'm hearing it was time out for all of that shit. 9 and 1 added to a 10, which still breaks down to 1, right? And again, we do have this individualistic society here, at least in America. And I kind of feel like maybe some people are kind of feeling that way. They kind of feel like maybe you're not about the community anymore and you're just more about yourself. But I don't think that's necessarily true. I feel like if there is something going on where you have been giving yourself more time, it's just because that's the season that you're in. And there are some people who don't know how to operate in that. Right? I feel like somebody here is so used to you being there every step of the way or every day, or they're calling you every day or even you might be shorter with these people. Cause I know I had went through that with my friends as well too. Like I used to be the type of friend, okay, I'm gonna, try to sit on the phone with you for a minute and but I had to start cutting that shit short. Like, okay, I'm gonna be on the phone with my friends 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Then I gotta get off cause I gotta handle this or I gotta handle that. There were certain ways in which I was falling short because I was still trying to appease everyone around me. There could be something going on here where you are changing like your people pleasing or some sort of shit like that. Spirit, what's change and denial? Change and denial. Change and denial. So look at this. I have an entity attachment coming out here with change and denial. So for some of y'all, you know what this entity feels like to me? It feels like maybe depression or some form of like PTSD or some form. I feel like you have overcome these energies. That's what it feels like to me. I have overcome these things because I even feel like the denial card is representing two things here. One is I kind of feel like in a certain way here, your friends kind of, like I said, kind of felt like maybe you wouldn't reach the peaks that you want to reach for whatever reason, maybe because they were used to seeing you in certain behaviors. But I do feel like the other thing here is you, again, the negative self-talk, you doubting your own self. And I do kind of feel like this energy has lived with you for a better portion of your most recent years. And it could be a multitude of things, right? Like, I don't know what's happened behind the scenes for you if you've experienced death in your family. Maybe a loss of a job. Again, confidence. You're just not feeling confident in yourself, or you're not feeling beautiful, or it's like, am I smart enough to do this? Am I smart enough to do that? Some sort of vibes. But I kind of feel like whatever this entity is, you are like taking it off. It doesn't have a home within you anymore. I feel like you got comfort. I feel like you got comfortable in your discomfort. And I kind of feel like at some point in time, it was just easier for you to resonate with that energy, right? Because it's easy to be down on yourself, right? It's easy to sit in a funky ass energy. But when it's time for you to stand up for yourself and do what's right for yourself, again, going back to accountability. Like, I got to move some shit. I got to make some shit shake. And I feel like now that you are making shit shake, I feel like it's kind of surprising certain people. Because maybe even too, for some of you guys, some of these friendships, they're fucking attachments for some of you. Right? Again, a trauma bond doesn't just have to exist in a romantic relationship. It can exist in friendships too. Right? You and these people became friends because y'all was both at a low point in your life. You got along, talking shit about the same shit and all. And I feel like now that you don't want to be in that energy anymore, it kind of feels like maybe somebody has this idea, even here with envy in the same vertical row, that, do you feel like you're better than me now? Or do you feel like because you're getting your life together that, I'm not shit? And I don't think that at all. I don't think that you're putting that off on somebody. But I kind of feel like that you need to do what's best for you. And that's what this friend needs to learn too. Like, they got to do what's best for them. And I feel like there's certain ways in which you've even too tried to encourage some of these people around you as well to maybe follow their own dreams, or, get off their asses, or some sort of vibe I almost want to say. But I feel like whoever these people are, they're still resting in that energy. Spirit, what is honesty and success? Honesty and success. Yeah, look at this. Abandonment coming out here. So that's what the honest truth is. These friends feel like you've abandoned them. Confirmation. They feel like you abandoned them. And I feel like they don't want to be honest with you about that. Again, these people, I feel like they do live in a lower vibration. And again, like I said, I do kind of feel like you were there at one point as well with them too. But I kind of feel like they're just kind of like, well, you done upped and left us. For some of y'all, I don't know, some of these friends were your roommates. I'm hearing about that as well too. Maybe for some of you guys, you've moved, you're getting ready to move, you're in your own spot now, your own place. So I kind of feel like there's this vibe too of like seeing everything work out for you, and maybe them feeling like they're behind. I feel like that's what it is. Like, they're seeing you make a come up, and they feel like they're behind. Again, comparison here. For some of you guys, you could have like literally moved like a different state, country, or something like that as well too. And again, maybe something kind of feels like it's happening considerably fast. I kind of feel like this didn't happen overnight for you, considering where it is that you're coming from and the energy that you came up out of. But I do feel like ever since you basically have told the universe here, or you've told God what your intentions are, what your plans are, and you've been acting on them, shit, how can spirit deny you? You know what I mean? And I feel like you've been putting in like your 100%. I feel like you haven't been slacking. And obviously rest is different from slacking. I feel like you've still been having like your rest, because I feel like you know the importance of that as well now too. But something to me just kind of feels like you've been hustling. You're a go-getter. You've been very ambitious towards not just your spiritual journey, but I feel like whatever could even be going on here for you, possibly career-wise, with purpose being here as well too. But I feel like because maybe whatever your career purpose, or whatever like your career is or something, it could be attached to your purpose. But flip it, rub it, dub it, smack it. Spirit, what's discipline? Discipline. Look at this. I have imprisonment coming out here. So I feel like at some point in time, obviously you were holding yourself back here because you weren't disciplined. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on with these people. They're still in that energy. They're stuck in that energy. And a lot of it is your mind, right? It's usually always the mind, the mind, the mind. The mind is playing tricks on you. And I feel like it's still playing tricks on these friends here. They haven't found a place of peace within themselves. So I feel like it's easier for them to maybe talk shit about you. Or it's easy for them to complain about their own life instead of trying to make the changes. And for some of them, something feels kind of like to me like they kind of want to put the blame on you as well too. Like it ain't your fucking fault. There could even be certain ways here where it's kind of like, well, you're not taking me along with you, or you not taking me. I kind of feel like y'all are just getting y'all feet wet. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes our friends' expectations are unrealistic, especially depending on where it is that you are. Maybe there is some sort of way where it's like, I do want to take my friends with me, or I do want them to, go on this journey with me, but I got to figure this part out first. Or again, I'm just getting my fucking feet wet. I'm just making my way in the door. So I don't have no ability to just bring whoever in, or if there's something going on like that for you. But I do. I kind of feel like these people are stuck in a mindset here where they kind of feel like they can't do it. Even right here, it says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So if you feel like you can't, or there's always going to be this thing over your fucking head, this cloud that's holding you back, right? This entity that's holding you back. Well, shit, what else do they want you to do? They have to overcome it themselves. And yeah, it's great to have an accountability partner, and I have someone on my side, and but it's like, well, shit, I can only encourage you so fucking much. Like, that's how I tell y'all in the reads. Like, I can sit here and read this shit all fucking day. But if you're not going to apply anything or do the work that comes up behind it, well, you just here to for entertainment to a certain degree. So I kind of feel like these people might be seeing you. Well, they're not might, they are. They're seeing you make these moves, and I kind of feel like they've been pondering here. I'm here pondering. Like, maybe I should follow this same recipe, or maybe you should. I want my hair, get up out your seat and get down. Okay? I'm telling you, it's something about them. They be on the couch all day or some shit. Or they're just in this state where it's getting a little lazy. Like you're literally resting in this energy. Spirit, what's envy? What's envy? So look at this. I have moving on coming out here. Child, the abandonment issues are real. Do you and both of your friends, or both of your friends, this could be a group of 3, but have some sort of abandonment wound here? Maybe somebody too is hoping like you have to return home. Something to me almost feels like, I hope something doesn't work out for them, so like they have to come back. It's like somebody has a major problem like with being by themselves or something. It's like this friend, they want you around. It's like, I hope that they get a no so they can come back home. I hope that they get a no so that they can move back in with me and we can be back together again. Why am I hearing, I don't want to do life without you? Like, what is going on? Again, this could be friend, this could be lover, right? Because we did get romance that came out on the backhand side over here as well too. But somebody's like, I don't want to do life without you. But I feel like these people are the ones who are kind of like distancing themselves from you. Because even if there is physical distance between y'all, that don't mean like you just stop talking to your friend, right? Or like, oh my God, I'm never going to hear from you again or see you again. I feel like somebody is dramatic. To be honest with you, something feels like drama. Like, why are you so fucking dramatic? Somebody is dramatic as hell. That's the best way that I can describe it. Spirit, what's growth? What's growth? So I have concern coming out here. Concern. I kind of feel like for some of you guys, maybe you started getting scared too about your growth. Like, damn, am I ever going to make it? Am I going to get to the point that I want in my life? Some of you guys, maybe you could be a nail biter. But I do. I feel like there's this thing about you feeling like, I'm running out of time. Like, I got to make some shit shake, and I got to make it shake now. I'm not sure what you guys' ages are here. Okay? This card does say 33 on it, so I'm not sure if somebody you're in your 30s, your early 30s here. Okay? But again, you're always where you're supposed to be there, right? You're on divine timing. That's why perfect timing came out here. So if this is like a concern of yours, like, don't worry. You don't have to worry about the timing of it. You're not delayed. You're not denied. You're not. Everything is happening according to plan. There could be somebody in particular here who could be worried about you because of this leap of faith that you're taking. Something really could have something to do with like somebody moving. Like I'm hearing about betting on yourself. So I don't know how. Ooh, them people is out, y'all. I told y'all it's hot. I don't know how extensive this is for you or like what it is that you're doing necessarily, but somebody is scared about this leap of faith that you're taking. You could be an Aries as well too. I'm not hearing Delulu. I feel like for some of you guys at this point too, you're being Delulu. Like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm taking a leap of faith because it's something that's like giving me the vibe of if I don't do it now, shit. That's the vibe I feel like I'm getting. Like, if I don't fucking do this shit now, I might not ever try to do it. Or I don't know where the fuck I'll be. I'm gonna look up another 5 years from now and still be in some sort of mental imprisonment with you. Like, I feel like somebody's like, I don't want that. And it's like, I don't want our friendship to be over. But the way that you're fucking acting, like, let's get it the fuck together. And then, like I said, for some of you guys, where you've kind of already lost your friend because they done thought that you got into this energy where you think that you're better than now, or you want to be, your highest version or whatever. Now they want to come back and speak to you again because they know that they were kind of in the wrong about you. Like, I feel like whoever you are, you're a great friend. And I don't necessarily feel like whoever this friend is, like they're just a bad person. But it is just kind of giving me the vibe of kind of like, well, how dare you? Like, we both been in the fucking trenches together. We've both been, had issues with our own self-love here. So instead of fucking being a hater right now, can you just show the fuck up for me the best way it is that you can? And it's like, I'm not leaving your ass behind. Like, but shit, somebody got to do something. Spirit, what's courage? What's courage? So I have surprise coming out here. Yeah, see, but I felt that though. Like I do. I feel like these people are surprised that you are accomplishing something. You're completing something. You could have been the type 2 who did a lot of stop, start, stop, start, start, stop, start, stop. Sort of energy here. But even here, 1 and 4, 5, change. And even here on his shirt, it says no hate, So I do kind of feel like essentially like, I feel like whoever this friend is, like, they love you or whatever, but it's just kind of like, right now you being a fucking hater. Like, I feel like to their heart, to their core, since it's right here on his heart, like, you're not really a hater like this. But I just kind of feel like because you feel maybe inadequate about your own self, that don't have shit to do with you, like, it is what it is. I feel like the same strength that you found, the same confidence and courage that you found, so does this person. Like, they have to find that. And it feels like to me, let's move to this one because you're coming into some sort of peace of mind and this person is still lost somewhere in the fucking sauce. It's just kind of like, I just feel like they kind of like, they feel bad about themselves and where they are. And I'm telling you, it's something about this person. It's like, you're leaving me behind or some shit. Look at this. I have karma coming out here as well too. With 100 here. So somebody, you fueled up, honey. Your battery's on 100. Maybe right now you feel charged up. You feel ready to go. And I feel like for some of you guys, this can be a form of good karma for y'all. Because I feel like whoever you are, you have a good heart. And like I said, I feel like maybe whatever has been going on here, you've been through some fucking things. That feel more so to me like emotional. This could be emotional, financial, but it feels like emotionally and mentally, like you've gone through some shit. And I feel like you've gone through it with whoever this person is or this friend is. But it's kind of like, well, shit, why don't both of us try to make some shit shake? I come with you, you come with me, and vice versa. But somebody just feels like they're inadequate or they're incapable. And I feel like at some point in time, again, you had that same mind frame, but you managed to work yourself out of it. And you know what else is going on here too? Again, obviously, I feel like has something to do with your spiritual abilities or your journey here. And maybe for some of these people as well too, like they didn't understand what it is that you were doing. You know how people like they want to, you woo woo and shit. I see 444 on the clock here, 3444 to be exact. But it's like, oh, you woo woo, and oh, now you into this spiritual shit, or now you. So I feel like somebody low key tried to like throw shots at you, or kind of like make fun of you for doing this spiritual journey. But now that the fucking results are in, let me write that down. That might be the title. Now that the results are in, and people are seeing that the work is paying off, now it's kind of like, damn, I should have did that too. It's like they can't really talk shit about you anymore. So those are the fucking vibes. What's at the bottom here? Look at this. I have death magic down here. I have unexpected money. Ooh. And then I also have family coming out here as well too. So for some of you guys, this could even be family. Family, friends. Really, we're hitting all relationships here. Friendship, family, and then we have romance over here. So this could kind of be anybody. And I kind of feel like with death magic coming out here, it does kind of feel like to me, there could be something going on here where one of these categories or these groups of people could be doing some form of death magic. But I feel like more than anything, it's just kind of this vibe of like, well, I did kind of say that, like someone hoping like something fails for you just so that you can go and hang out with them again or be with them again. I don't know why I'm hearing about a small town. I don't know, somebody here from a small town or a small city, kind of like the place where everybody knows each other sort of vibes as well too. But then it's kind of like, you got that one friend or those two friends and y'all grew up together since the fucking sandbox. And it's like now one has left and they've gone to fucking California, bitch, and they're still in the middle of Alabama somewhere. Or like, I don't know, like that's almost the sort of vibes that I feel like I'm fucking getting. So, yeah, look at this. I have divinity coming out after family. Look at that. Family and faith coming out here. I'm sorry, divinity and faith coming out. So confirmation, I feel like a lot of what you guys are experiencing now and the things that are coming into your life is because you started to have a better connection here with God, with spirit. You started getting right with your own spirit. So I kind of feel like some of these people have work to do and they have to figure out themselves spiritually, right? Because everybody's path is different. So I just kind of feel like some shit you got to do on your own. You know what I mean? Like you can have people that are going to, make sure my cards are right. You can have people that are going to encourage you all day, every day, and all types of shit. But until you find it within yourself, you're not going to really do shit for real. And that's what I feel like is kind of going on with them. To be 100% honest with you. So let's see here, Spirit. What is friendship and self-love? Friendship and self-love. Friendship and self-love. So I have the Two of Wands coming out here. Yeah. So y'all made the plans. Maybe even too, some of y'all could have done some research here when it comes to self-love. Maybe some sort of shadow work here, of course, as well too. But y'all made plans. Let me fucking tell it. Something to me feels like you've always had big dreams, right? Because, of course, he's at home or his castle or wherever the hell it is that he is. And you see how he's looking out into the landscape. He's holding the world in his hands. So I kind of feel like you guys have always had some sort of big dreams. But again, life happens, shit happens, situations happen, and sometimes it defeats us, right? To the point where it's just kind of like you feel like you can't do something anymore, or you're so far removed from it that you possibly can't, manifest it. But I feel like somewhere like in your heart of hearts, you got out of that fucking energy. You started making moves, right? Wands, action. You started putting that energy in motion here. Yeah, look at this. How funny is that? Temperance coming out here. Heavy on the Sagittarius energy. A lot of this had to deal with healing yourself. Coming into balance with yourself. And it's so funny to me because on the back of this card here, you see the crown that's all the way in the back, right here. The pathway. So I do kind of feel like I said, wow, maybe some people feel like, oh, something is happening for you quick or it's happening overnight for you. It's taking you a long time to get here. It's like people don't see the nights that you was crying. People don't see the nights that maybe you went hungry. People don't see the nights where you was down on your fucking knees praying to God for a better way. So it's taking you some time. But I feel like you've also done something gracefully as well, too. I feel like in some sort of way here as well, it's like you wasn't trying to make your problems other people's problems, you know? So, like, what the fuck they gonna do? Be mad at you forever or feel some type of way forever? Yeah, look at this. I got the Page of Swords coming out here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, like I said, these friends can be people that you know since the sandbox. Like I said, since you were a kid. And, you know, sometimes that's difficult for people, too. Like, the ones who have always seen you or seen the energy that you've been in or where you come from or where you grew up at, because both of y'all was there together. And I'm telling you, something is definitely comparison. Because it's like somebody else is sitting back because they're still in that small town or they're still in that place or they're still in while you're off doing your fucking big one. And I feel like maybe even too, for some of you guys, this could be specific, but there might have been a situation where since you have leveled up here, you've brought this friend around. You've brought them around to celebrate things with you. But you can just tell the energy, right? Honesty here. Like, you're not being honest. You got a weird ass funky energy when you come around here. You being fucking weird. And I want to celebrate with you. I want to bring you in. But I can't have you being fucking jealous of me and sending evil eye because you feeling some type of fucking way. So somebody else too could like be like maybe like kind of putting their own foot in their mouth or like burning a bridge on their own. Because whatever this kind of feels like to me, like you weren't necessarily trying to burn a bridge with a friend. You were just trying to show up more for yourself. And in doing that, it's got somebody feeling real weird. Spirit, what is purpose and endings? Purpose and endings. So I got the Page of Pentacles coming out. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Definitely a lot of childlike energy coming out here. Yeah, this is like a childhood friend. Most fucking definitely. But I kind of feel like maybe since you were a child, you've gone through a lot of different endings, quote unquote, or just kind of feeling like you come from a place where people don't make it out. Why am I hearing that? People don't make it out, or people don't make it out alive, or it's like it's a blessing for me to make it to 21, or it's a blessing for me to, because even on this endings card, there goes a path and the roads are closed. So it's so funny to me. Like I said, there's a path here and the road is very open. So I kind of feel like this road was always open to you anyway, because you have a purpose, you have a destiny, you have a mission, you have a reason why you're here, just like this person does. You know what I mean? But instead of them allowing themselves to see maybe the roadblock is just a moment in time or something like that, it's like they're stuck to this. They've been stuck to it. So I kind of feel like whatever opportunity it is that you've been receiving most recently or for some time now is because you've gotten yourself in a different frame of mind, right? And I feel like too, there's something going on with investing, even with this Page of Pentacles coming out. It's not a Seven of Pentacles, but it's giving me the vibe of you worked with what you had. So even if it would have been considered to only be a little bit or something very like maybe minute or minor at the time, you flipped that shit and made something big out of it. What else here, Spirit? Yes, confirmation. I have the Magician coming out here, Gemini, Virgo energy, and the Nine of Swords. So I do. Heavy on the Virgo energy here. You are a manifester. And I feel like you realize that you are. You're a manifester. You're an alchemist. You can do anything that you set your mind to as long as you have the discipline and the courage to get it done. And like I said, I don't feel like some of these people know, even with the Nine of Swords, more confirmation. The nights that you went through, on your hands and knees, feeling some type of way, praying for a fucking way out. And you made your way out. So for me, like with someone like giving you this type of energy back, it's just kind of like, I don't need this. You know? Like, I don't fucking need it. And I kind of feel like whoever this person is for you, while you've made a change from the Nine of Swords into this Magician energy, I'm telling you, they still sitting over there in the fucking Nine of Swords, feeling some type of fucking way. Because they still staring at them same fucking walls, that same ceiling, they in that same fucking bed. For some of y'all, some of these people haven't left home. Literally, like, not just that they in the same maybe hometown, which there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but like, you might still be at your mama house. I'm just saying. Now, culturally and all type of stuff like that, that can be viewed very differently, but this ain't giving me that. Like, somebody's tired of living at home with mama, tired of living at home with daddy. And quite frankly, I feel like whoever their parents could be, this family, they might be tired of their ass too. So there could even be something going on here where it's kind of like, what are you going to do? You know? Again, you're grown. You're 29, you're 33. Like, what are you doing? That's why somebody here is concerned. Spirit, what is change, denial, and entity attachment? Change, denial, and entity attachment. Even too, the Nine of Swords to entity attachment. They still holding on to shit they need to let the fuck go. Yeah, look at this. I have the Ace of Wands coming out here. So y'all took major changes. You did a whole 180. It's like you became a new person. Literally. And you know, your actions speak louder than your words. I feel like at some point in time, you spoke a lot about shit. Even with the Page of Swords being out here. Maybe even you and this friend, y'all have spoken about your dreams and your aspirations. And at one point in time, something to me it does. It feels like a lot of talk. You know those people who call you and they talk and talk and talk about what they gonna do, but they ain't did shit? Those are the sort of fucking vibes it's giving me. So I feel like you got tired of your own shit. And this friend is still over here basking in that energy. Like, that's the thing. You just not, they not over their shit yet. And for some of them as well, too, maybe certain things could also be distractions here. I don't know if this is a male friend, maybe for divine masculine or some sort of shit like that. And this motherfucker too focused on getting his dick wet, he can't focus. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's a season for everything. To me right now, something is given, I gotta buckle the fuck down. No distractions. I'm focused, tunnel vision. And it's like somebody to me, it's almost like they don't have that same oomph that you got. And I feel like you've been given the opportunity, and I feel like this person is being given opportunities as well, right? With the hand coming out the clouds, that's spirit. But one of y'all is acting on it, accepting the blessings, and the other one is kind of like, I don't know. Well, what you want me to do about it? It almost feels like to me, for some of y'all too, like some of these friends, it's like they want you to take care of them. Like, well, if I leave my mama or my daddy's house and I come stay with you, like, they're literally going to be distractions. It's like somebody has to get their shit together. Confirmation. Ace of fucking Swords coming out here, and that's the fucking truth. I feel like you've gained clarity. Like, you know what? I'm getting in my own way at this point. Yeah, you know, my family, I might have had some situations in my environment and growing up, and I'm in the hood, or I'm in the this, or I'm in the that, I had this issue. But at the end of the day, the only person that can get themselves out of this shit is you. And I feel like this person is too afraid to face that fact or that truth. It's like they're scared to face it. Again, they do. Like, whoever this person is, they want to point blame and put blame on other people. And it's like you came from out of that veil or that denial period. Yeah, and you leaving. You've walked away. But the Eight of Cups coming out here damn near slapped me in the fucking face. And it need to be slapping your damn friend in the face, or your family member, or your lover, whoever the hell it is. So even here in the same vertical road, moving on, they are. They're mad that this entity that used to be on top of you with the Nine of Swords and had you feeling, it's not on you anymore. You don't allow it to affect you anymore. And for some of y'all, it was more comfortable for you to just say that shit. I'm depressed, or I don't feel my best, or I don't feel, and believe me, I've been there too, right? I'm fucking depressed. I'm just feeling sorry for my fucking self. How long is you gonna feel sorry for your fucking self? You know, feel in order to fucking heal. But at some point, you got to get up and shake that shit up off of you. And that's what you did. Spirit, what is success, honesty, and abandonment? Success, honesty, and abandonment. So I have the Moon coming out here and the Four of Pentacles. Heavy on the Cancer energy coming out. So yeah, I'm telling you, there is definitely something going on here where I feel like this friend isn't necessarily being honest with you with the Moon coming out. They're holding back their thoughts or their feelings or what they think or some sort of shit like that when it comes to your success. And I kind of feel like you can read in between the lines. Maybe certain comments that they make or certain ways that they say certain things, or it's kind of like a backhanded compliment or some sort of vibe like that. And I'm telling you, these people, it's like they do. They want you to come back with the Four of Pentacles. And some of these people might even feel like, too, like, in some sort of weird-eyed way that they have control over you, right? Or possession over you here. But it's like, you're your own person. Why am I hearing about two peas in a pod? This could be like somebody you consider to be a best friend or something. Like, it's like you see one, you see the other. So it's almost like this person feels like this could be even to like a twin or something, or a sibling. Like y'all both came out of the same cootie cat. So it's like, we just supposed to be together forever or some sort of shit. It's like, I feel like somebody like you also wants your own identity. And I feel like that's what you've been in search of. Like who am I? What do I enjoy? What do I want to do? Or again, I feel like for a lot of us as children, we kind of know, you know, I do. I really feel like that. 9 times out of 10, when you're a kid, you know where your passion lies or where it is that you want to go or what you want to do. But then again, you start being told you can't do something, or you don't have the resources for it, or you ain't going to be able to do that. So then that's when we get to the age where it's like, well, what's my purpose? And what am I supposed to be here to do? And what am I? You already know. But because you don't have 11 fucking people telling your ass you can't do it, or you not gonna make it, or you ain't gonna be shit, now you not sure about your fucking path. So I do. There's something about somebody wanting to hold you back or keep you back or stay here. And then hoping for something, like I said, on the low with the moon coming out here hiding the shit so it don't make them look like they was being a fucking hater. Like, it just is what it is. That's what the fuck it is. What is this? Thank you. The Hangman. Somebody, Pisces energy. Like, they still want to hang out all fucking day and shoot the shit. Sit on the fucking stoop and shit and fucking drink a 40 and fucking, like, sort of vibe that I feel like I'm getting. But you had to change, right? The Hangman. Change perspective. I can't sit up here and shoot the shit with you all day when I got shit that's important to fucking do. So some of y'all, that's why you moved or you got the fuck up out of there, because it's like, well, if I continue to stay in this environment or this energy, I'm concerned about myself. I'm not going to make it. That's what I'm saying. Somebody, I don't know, you was sitting in your fucking bed. I don't know why I'm seeing somebody sitting in their bed and they smoking. So I don't know if you like to toke or some sort of shit like that. But you just was sitting there like, what do my shit look like in the next 3 to 5, 5 to 10? Like, I don't still want to be here doing this shit. So something got to give. Spirit, what's discipline and imprisonment? Discipline and imprisonment. I have the Chariot here and the 5 of Wands. So Cancer energy coming out. Heavy on the Cancer energy in this horizontal row. But somebody, you had to fight to get yourself up out of this. You had to make the ultimate decision, right? Because the Chariot is still about making the ultimate decision. Which direction am I fucking going? And at some point in time, obviously with the 9 of Swords being here in this same vertical row, it wasn't easy for you. You had to fight. Fight your mind. That's very difficult. It ain't easy, right? Obviously, which is why I can't be understanding to what's going on with this friend. But again, you can only keep using that excuse so much. It's become an excuse for them. And even too with that Ace of Swords being up here, they fucking know it. But they're in denial of what they're actually capable of. You can encourage them. Friend, you can do that. Or you're smart. You could. But if they don't believe it, it doesn't fucking matter what you say. So I feel like there could even be something going on here with the 5 of Wands where it's kind of like I said, this friend is kind of like battling you to a certain degree, or you can read in between the fucking lines where it's kind of like you're just feeling some type of way. And I feel like for some of y'all, you've even been trying to practice grace with this individual. Like, you know what? Like, I kind of get it, right? Like, I kind of get it. But that shit, it starts to get old just real quick. So I feel like you show up every day to fight for yourself. Especially too, since you don't want to go back to where it is that you came from here, I feel like. Yeah, somebody, you definitely moved. The Chariot, moving on. Abandonment. The taxi cab is out here. Y'all move the fuck on. Look at this. I have the 2 of Swords coming out here. And I feel like it's a choice every day, right? Every day we wake up with choices. And I feel like you choose yourself every day now. Even when you don't know what the day is to bring, right? Because he's blindfolded. It's like, I don't know what today is going to bring. I don't know how I might have to pivot or maneuver or some sort of shit like that. But you know what? I'm coming into this bitch, right? 100 to give it my 100%. And some days your 100% ain't even 100. Monday it might be 100. Tuesday it might be 50. Wednesday you might be 30 because it's hump day. Thursday you jump back up, it's 80. By Friday you're back at 100. Like, every day requires something different. But I feel like just the fact that, I feel like you know your why now. you know, as well as your purpose here. It's just kind of like, I'm going to make the decisions that are best for me to make in this moment, today, in this time, and also the ones that are going to help me when it comes to my longevity. Okay? So I feel like the choices that you've made, you've been making healthier fucking choices here. And like I said, I feel like, well, whoever this person is, even on the flip side of the chariot, they're still fighting themselves because they haven't made the choice to be disciplined about getting themselves out of this mental imprisonment or this energy of feeling stuck like Chuck. Spirit, what's envy and moving on? Envy and moving on. Ooh, I got the Tower coming out here. Scorpio energy. So again, more confirmation with this change coming up here. Change and transformations. Okay? But your change got somebody feeling some type of way. More confirmation. Somebody feels like something is blowing up in their face or like their whole world is shattered just because you left or you're gone. Maybe for some of you guys too, you could consider yourself to maybe be the glue of like your family or something. Or in your environment. Like you're always the one who uplifts the vibration, or people are always happy because you're around. But then that also to me kind of feels like they like to suck on your energy as well too. What is this? Look at this. I have the Ace of Cups coming out here. Yeah. So I do. And you know what else it kind of feels like to me too? Somebody, you know how some friends get. Somebody could be feeling some type of way because they feel like, oh, you're making other friends now. Or that's why you don't want to be around me anymore because you done found you some new people to hang out with. Now, while I do feel like you probably do have some form of new friends because that's the way life goes, right? Like you move somewhere, or you go someplace, or you got a new job, or you go. So it's like I do kind of feel like you are making new connections here. So I do. There's some sort of jealousy going on around that as well too. Or this lover over here, oh, well, you with somebody new now after our Tower moment has transpired and shit. So I'm hating. Like, that's the sort of vibe it feels like to me. Like, for real, with this Four of Pentacles over here, somebody really thinks, like, to a certain degree, like, they kind of, like, own you or something. Or, like, you're my friend. Or, you're my so-and-so. Like, calm down. Yeah, bro, they're not happy. With the Four of fucking Cups coming out here. They're bored and shit. That's what I'm saying. They need something to fucking do, for real. Those are the fucking vibes. And I told you, they hoping that whatever is going on with this purpose and these new people, that it just doesn't go the way that you want it to go. Hoping maybe some sort of disappointment will happen for you, even with the Four of Cups to the fucking Tower card. Heavy on the Scorpio energy over here. Whether this is a new Scorpio you met or one that you're leaving behind, or if it's another sign, whatever the fuck. But they sitting up underneath this fucking tree with their goddamn arms crossed looking crazy as hell because they don't want to do the work. Spirit, what's growth and concern? Growth and concern. So I have the Seven of Cups coming out here. So yeah, somebody here, I feel like you were obviously trying to remove yourself from some form of an illusion here with this entity attachment going on. But I kind of feel like you have options now. Again, going back to that vibe of like, where do I see myself? I feel like I'm running out of time. Even too, like I said here, making better choices with this Two of Swords coming out to the Seven of Cups, right? Because when you look at it, it's all types of shit in these cups. Some good, some bad. So I kind of feel like for some of y'all, again, it's something about your habits here. Your mind. The way that you felt about yourself here emotionally. Like, I got to make some better choices. Because if I don't, the outlook ain't looking too great. Yeah, look at this. Self-sabotage coming out here with the Seven of Swords. And that's what this person is essentially doing. They're still self-sabotaging themselves. And there could be something going on here where you and this friend, y'all used to get into shit with one another. Maybe shit that y'all know y'all wasn't supposed to be doing. I don't know why I'm hearing about like robbing. I don't know, somebody was like robbing some people or some sort of shit like that. You don't have to necessarily obviously resonate with that. But I just kind of feel like, and it's funny to me, this looks like an interrogation room or some shit. So maybe for some of y'all, something shook your ass up too. Like, nah, I can't even fuck with this shit no more. Shit, this was cool, but I can't go to jail. I was not built for that shit. Let me fucking tell it nobody was. But motherfuckers start to have that sort of vibe about them so that they can last in that bitch. Or it's a defense mechanism so that they can protect themselves. Ain't nobody built for that shit. I don't care what anybody fucking says. So somebody here, I feel like you realize that shit sooner rather than fucking later, thank God. Or if it was a situation where you're like, you know what, Marissa, I did kind of have my ways. You got your shit together now. That's all that fucking matters. Yeah, look at this. I got the Fool coming out here. Aries energy. That's so funny because I said Aries energy when I was down here any fucking way. So, yeah, heavy on the Aries energy. But I kind of feel like for some of y'all, that was the beginning of a new start for you. Either something that scared you, realizing that self-sabotaging yourself had you stuck or in some sort of energy here that you needed to relieve yourself from. So even too, because I said something about you taking a leap of faith is making somebody nervous about what's going to happen to you. Because they didn't necessarily see this happening for you. So somebody is, like I said, maybe some sort of family member here, a mother or a father, or some sort of shit like that as well too. But I feel like you are not just meeting your own expectations, but you're about to exceed them, especially with this unexpected money card coming out on the back end over here. It is like there's a major shift that can take place when you just trust yourself. And believe that God won't lead you the fuck astray. You on divine payroll. God can fund it. All you got to do, half of the battle is showing up. The other half is executing and showing the fucking results. And I feel like that's the season that you're in right now. The season where it's like, you know what? I have learned how to show up for myself. And just in making that change, like I said, you're already starting to see some of the results coming in. I feel like you're still making your way towards what it is that you see for yourself ultimately. But there's something going on here that you are going to exceed your own expectations. I'm telling you, I feel like at some point in time, you're going to be looking around you and all you're going to do is be in awe. Like something, I don't know why I'm hearing breathtaking. Something for you is going to be breathtaking. You might cry. Tears of joy is the sort of vibes that I feel like I'm getting here. Spirit, what is courage and surprise? Courage and surprise. Whoa. Ooh, I got the 7 of Pentacles coming out here. And how funny is it? I was talking about this card. 7 of Pentacles coming out. So yeah, it's so funny to me. It came out in the reverse on the ground. So I'm going to leave it in the reverse. But I do. Confirmation, right? Somebody is surprised that you're investing in yourself now because you weren't always like this. Right? We've already been talking about that. You weren't always like this. And it was something that had to do with you having fear. Not being confident about what you got going on or who it is that you are. Feeling like you don't fit the script. You don't look the script. Oh, ain't nobody gonna rock with me. Maybe I kind of have been the oddball out. But, we're getting to a point in time where people are realizing that's what makes you you. That's what makes you better than, I feel like sometimes, to be honest. And again, I get the whole vibe, well, no one's better than anybody sort of rhetoric. But I kind of feel like when you are the type of person who doesn't fit in, it's because you were meant to stand out. You're not meant to be a fucking sheep. And I kind of feel like that's the type of energy that you were in where it's like, well, I'll just, blend in. Okay, bitch, you're not a blend in bitch. You're not. So it is. I feel like it's surprising to this maybe a romantic partner, obviously this friend or this family member or some sort of vibe. Like, it's kind of like, what? Divine Collective is investing in themselves? Yeah. And for some of y'all, financially. Like, literally. We got 2 Pentacle cards here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Heavy on the earth energy. For some of y'all, it wasn't just a mindset shift or an emotional shift. Some of y'all, you might have had to save some sort of money here. Like I said, invest financially. And even with some of these behaviors up here, right? You know what? I ain't going to be able to smoke that, or I ain't going to be able to drink that, or I ain't going to be able to go there. I'm not going to be able to, because I actually got to take this money and pour into my website, or pour into getting my materials and supplies, pour into getting my, so even that, like you come up against that, even with sometimes with your friends as you continue to grow. Because there's been times where I can't go on shit because you know what? I just went to fucking Sephora and spent $500 on makeup. I just went to motherfucking MAC and spent $400 on makeup. I just went to, bitch, I can't go. Okay? The bills is fucking due. And sometimes that's a sacrifice that you got to make to keep your head in the fucking game. You ain't always going to be able to do everything that you want to do when you want to fucking do it. But it pays off in the end. Yeah, look at this. I have the Page of Cups coming out here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So I kind of feel like there's ways in which you're just learning yourself. I feel like there's some friends, like I said too, will just communicate clearly and reconsider. They want to come back and apologize to you now. Like, I'm sorry, for kind of having the thoughts that I had, or not really believing that you was going to do it, or kind of putting my foot in my mouth, or, being impulsive with my emotions. And so I feel like there is something going on here for those of you where this is kind of already past. Somebody is looking back at y'all's friendship, and it's kind of like, I want that to be my friend again, or I want that person to be my... But again, I will be checking it out though. Like, are you trying to be my friend again because you want a piece of this? Right? Now, again, we share with our friends, right? We get our friends gifts and all types of shit like that. But what are the real intentions? Okay? Because you ain't got time. You don't work too fucking hard. And then they gonna end up surprising your ass with a motherfucking, well... Especially with this Seven of Pentacles just being here in the reverse any fucking way. Always got they fucking hand out, some people. So like I said, just do your due diligence, because everybody's story is different. But you don't want this to be a friend here who's just trying to ride your coattail to the fucking top. Spirit, what is peace and karma? Peace and karma. So I have the Eight of Swords coming out here as well, too. So let me fucking tell it. Even with this imprisonment card, right? Because there's 2 imprisonment cards here in this diagonal row. I feel like for some of you guys, obviously the imprisonment card isn't always to me viewed as like something bad. For some sort of reason, it's giving me locked in energy. Like, that's what I be feeling sometimes with the Eight of Swords. Let me fucking tell it, you've been locked the fuck in. That's why you're getting this good karma. That's why you receiving this peace of mind. Right? And I feel like for those friends of yours or family or this lover here, it's doing the flip side, because they're still locked into some form of imprisonment here, and they don't have the discipline to change their circumstances or their mindset here. That's another reason why they're not seeing peace. Right? I feel like karma can kind of play on both sides here. Yeah, look at this. I have the Page of Wands coming out. Heavy on the page energy. We have 3 pages out here. The only page that we're missing is the Page of Wands, I think. Well, actually, no. We have all the pages out here. Wait, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So yeah, these are people that you've known for a long time. Like I said, a friend from the sandbox. For some of you guys, this lover maybe could be like a high school sweetheart or something. Or maybe even 2, a friend turned lover. You knew this person, y'all grew up in the same neighborhood or some sort of shit like that. You became lovers. And obviously family, you've known them all your fucking life. So you've known these people since you were like a jit. Okay, since you were little. Okay, so I do, but I also feel like this page is representing this curiosity that you have right now, this inspiration that you have right now to stay uplifted in the energy that you've been in. Yes, bitch, the fucking Empress coming out here. Taurus, Libra energy, heavy on the Libra energy. So I do. Somebody right now, you are on your way to Empress status or Emperor status if you like, have to change it around. But that's what you're on your way to. You're very creative right now. You're very fertile. You're making shit fucking shake. Look at the sun getting brighter. Look, God is lighting your way, your path here. And I kind of feel like it will behoove you to stay on this path. And I feel like you have every intention of doing that. I feel like somebody at this point, you realize what this hard work has done for you, but you also realize what the ease has brought you as well too. I feel like maybe for some of y'all, you also aren't like I feel like you might still struggle with this sometimes, but I feel like you're getting out of worrying. Maybe that used to be something for you as well too. Worry. Again, concern. Where am I going to be? What am I going to da. And I feel like because you know that your heart is in the right place and you're doing everything in your power to stay uplifted in that energy, it's just kind of like I don't have to like worry or want for anything here. Yeah, look at this. I have the Wheel of Fortune, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio at the bottom of the fucking deck here with the 8 of fucking Pentacles. Confirmation, bitch. Spirit, who's resonating with this energy? Who's resonating with this energy? Who's resonating with this energy here? Who's resonating with this energy? Cancer coming out here. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Who else, Spirit? I also have Capricorn coming out. I have another Cancer coming out. For those of you that this is family, this could be a mother or a father or both. Okay. Who else here, Spirit? I got another Capricorn. Okay, Cancer and Capricorn, heavy on y'all energy. Of course, this can also be the sign of who it is that you're dealing with as well, too. Okay. Who else? I got Leo coming out here. La 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 Leo. La 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 la. I have Virgo coming out here. Who else, Spirit? Dang, I got another Virgo coming out. Y'all not playing. Okay, with these 2 2 to 2 to 2 2. Even that 2 2 2 is alignment energy. I have Aquarius coming out. So y'all are getting into alignment. I also have Libra coming out here as well. Who else, Spirit? I have Gemini. Okay. Air sign, squad. And then I also have Sagittarius coming out as honorable mention. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, your North Node here, and also Mars is the energy that I'm getting for this. Also Neptune as well too, okay? And of course, any of these ruling planets, right? Moon, Saturn as well, right? Your responsibility to yourself here. Jupiter, Mercury, Uranus here, the community, all these people around you. Mercury, we've already said here. And then, of course, Venus as well. So I love you guys. I hope that this reading resonated for you and helped you out. I will see y'all later. Peace. And look at that. We ended on 11:11 with 7 seconds. Come through, Spirit.